Evan has three, right?
Well, I have three movies actually. Four
Three
reviews.
from three different movies. Okay. So I'll start then since I have more. Review for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Didn't see any star rating on this one or the next one I'm going to share. So I don't know if that means 0 stars or he just didn't leave any stars. Either way, he didn't like it because Christopher Jensen says for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, congratulations, folks. You weren't happy with the prime rib, so you sent it back and ordered a Big Mac. You got what you asked for.
That's a pretty good metaphor, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's funny, but a good metaphor for what this trilogy was. It's less like they didn't like the prime rib. It's more like they didn't like the college campus made house made pastrami, and then they sent it back and they got some cold cuts.
J.J. Abrams and Ryan Johnson were actually in the background of Evan's um, room earlier. That was what that arguing was.
I think that was Ryan Johnson reading the Rotten Tomatoes reviews for The Last Jedi.
Yeah. And then he made Knives Out, and look who's laughing now. Go ahead with your first one, Evan.
I think actually the Nazi kid in Knives Out was Ryan Johnson's attempt to own all the critics of The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unironically, I imagine that was probably the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But my first critic is for the critically acclaimed 2007 film Ratatouille.
Okay.
Now, for the uninitiated, Ratatouille is a film lovingly inspired by Disney's Ratatouille.
Oh.
And the review by Jason last name, James last name, it's German or something. I can't read this.
Good to hear.
He gives it 1.5 star and says, a dense political thriller filled with thought-provoking social commentary and an explicit critique of capitalism and monopolistic business practices.
Mm-hmm.
It was unironically better than Cars 2.
Okay. It's very good. All right. So I mentioned that this week I watched all the X-Men movies, and I enjoyed them. First Class was my favorite. Just a quick little information there about how I felt about them. But um, Ethan felt this way about the latest X-Men movie, X-Men Dark Phoenix, which was critically acclaimed. And he's
I think we
Ethan.
use critically acclaimed ironically way more than we use it. Like,
Yeah. So Ethan didn't leave any star. It didn't leave any stars for this one. So I guess he didn't like it at all. But he says, "Does
I
Ty
guess he
Sheridan
didn't.
go ahead?"
I guess he didn't like it.
I guess not. But he said, "Does Ty Sheridan go everywhere with those effing gamer glasses? Does he not know how to take them off? Does he realize he isn't in Ready Player One anymore?"
I
Uh,
like.
yeah.
So, my next review is from 2009's critically acclaimed gothic body horror film directed by, I believe, David Cronenberg was out, so they hired Tom Six instead to direct The Human Centipede, first sequence. This review gives it 0.5 star from Tom Civis, who says, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
That's good. Okay. So the next movie, I have two reviews from. Should I knock these both out and let you
Yeah,
finish,
knock these
Evan?
both out.
All right. So this is from the movie Jack and Jill, starring Adam Sandler as both Jack
Okay.
and Jill. And we have here on our Letterboxd reviews our first recurring reviewer. I think that deserves some applause.
I'm clapping, but my hands are
So there
low.
you go.
So
Okay, some light applause there. This is a half-star review from Dirk H. And Dirk says, my 1-year-old son filled his diaper to the brim with sticky poo the other day. Cleaning that was infinitely more fun than watching this garbage.
yeah.
So there you go. And the next one is a 3-star review from Mario. And he liked this movie a little more than Dirk did. So he said, I know there are some different opinions about movies. Some people prefer Tarantino, some people Nolan. Some like Kubrick, others like Lynch. Some might prefer Star Wars, some Lord of the Rings, some like Harry Potter, others Twilight. I'm glad about these different opinions, or we'd have nothing to talk about. And I love discussing movies with you guys. But I'm also glad we can all agree on Adam Sandler being the best actor of all time, and on this being the greatest movie ever made. Seriously, if this movie had an average rating below 4 stars, I just quit using Letterboxd. But since it has an average score of 5.0, because we all agree it is a timeless masterpiece, I'll stay. Also, I'm pretty sure this ended anti Semitism and transphobia, but it seems like J.K. Rowling never watched it. So, my only question with this is if he thinks it's the greatest movie of all time, why do you only leave 3 stars?
That's true. He should have given it 5 as to
He should have.
ascertain its status as the highest rated film on Letterboxd, which I think it is. We should run the numbers on that.
It
I'm
should.
sending out a geographical team to explore
Uh-huh.
the Letterboxd scores for Jack and Jill to make sure.
Good. I'm glad you are.
So my final review comes from Bo Welch's surrealist horror film from 2003, The Cat in the Hat, starring
Oh
Mike
boy.
Myers, Kelly Preston, Alec Baldwin, um, every character from my nightmares, that white creepy guy from Lost Highway, and more.
Mm-hmm.
This review comes from Josh Lewis, who doesn't leave any stars, but says, didn't actually watch this. Just wanted to remind everyone that this film was shot by 3-time Oscar winner Emmanuel Lubezki. And I would like to remind you guys, this audience, that Oscar winner Emmanuel Lubezki did shoot the Cat in the Hat film. So
Yeah.
if you want to know the link between the Cat in the Hat and the Oscar-winning film Birdman, same cinematographer, which is why the movie's so beautiful, I think.
Yeah.
Every time I see that shot of the cat's bare buttocks, I burst out crying.
I think my favorite part of that is that he didn't watch the movie.
Didn't actually watch this, but
We need more people like that.
people being honest on Letterboxd. Sometimes I will read reviews on Letterboxd that are like complaining about a movie, and they'll be like, "Did you watch it? Did you watch the
Yeah.
film?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.